So you've been using the tool. We've been getting some good reviews. So you're using my review dashboard, which is awesome. We've got Teresa that just wrote you one a month ago and 5 months ago, 4 months ago. So with reviews too, one thing that I'll tell you, reviews are also a big signal, right? The more reviews we're getting, I want you to think of it like going to the hospital. We don't want to think about that, but just if you've ever seen a show, they put the person on an IV, right? So there's a couple of things that we want to think about when we're doing reviews. Number one, if the nurse gave you an IV and just squished it, all the saline would go into you really quick and it would shoot out. Like it wouldn't go in. The body wouldn't accept it, right? Same kind of thing. We don't want to get 20 reviews all at once because that's too much. The system won't accept it. And then consumers won't accept it because they'll think, oh, Marcellus just went to all of his friends and family and asked for reviews. So we've got to do a constant drip. A constant drip means you should be getting maybe 2 to 3 new reviews each month. Okay. This can be from past clients. This could be from vendors, as you were talking about, lenders, title companies, even attorneys that you've worked with, even if it's like a divorce attorney that you've worked with that's provided you new business because they're splitting, anything. So these can be from your vendors. They don't necessarily have to be your clients only. They can also be basically what we call like, I guess it's one of these things where I'm giving you a character reference. So it's a character review. And that's where someone can say, I have not purchased a house or sold my house through Marcellus Heath yet, but I plan on doing it because he's an expert. So they're very deliberate in the beginning. This is a character reference. I haven't worked with him yet, but I can tell you his work ethic is unmatched. You know, he provides these services. All of his clients are happy. Those are still kosher as long as someone's being transparent that they haven't worked with you yet. So what you can do is make a list and then you go to those people and you send them a link. You're using the My Review dashboard again, email them or text them the link this month or next month. So since you got one from Teresa a month ago, go to 3 people before Memorial Day and say, hey, can you leave me a review? It really helps me grow my business. Go back to old clients that you've worked with, even if they're not in the Jacksonville area, that have still worked with you and witnessed your dedication to service, have them leave a review, but try to keep it 2 to 3 a month and keep drip feeding. Does that make sense?
That does. Absolutely.
Okay.
I,
And
I just have to be more purposeful about it and put that
yep.
in my schedule as I do other activities. So that's the
Yeah. So like before we started, you were cold calling, right? You got lost in your cold calling because you're just going, which is a great tactic for a lot of real estate agents.
right.
Give the 5 minutes, put it on your calendar before you take lunch or something, and then put them in and send them that link and have it to follow up with them if you don't hear from them in a few days.
Okay.
But this is definitely right now you have 7 reviews and you're still establishing yourself as a powerful source of real estate in the area.
Right.
We need to see 15, 20 reviews and keep growing.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So make that a priority. Now, the other thing I'll tell you, and then we'll jump into some video ideas really quick.
Okay.
I love how, okay, you call me B, I call you
Mhm.
M, you call her T. I love it that you make that camaraderie, right? You got that instant rapport, which is awesome. So here's where you can actually go in, since I'm seeing edit because I helped build the profile, right? So I can edit
Right.
it. I want you to go in. I want you to go to each of these reviews and I want you to write a response.
Okay.
Now, the response, now notice she mentioned trustworthy, honest, dependable, professional. Like she was great. She's crying to the heavens how wonderful you are. I want you to throw in a little bit more. It was really T or Teresa, it was a pleasure working with you. I'm so glad I could help you find your home or sell your home or whatever in X community, whatever
Okay.
it is, in Atlantic Beach, in Jacksonville Beach. We need to start adding keywords and be a little bit more methodical here. You know, I love working with buyers and sellers in XYZ community. And really, you know, I'm glad you found the home of your dreams or your dream home or whatever. Please, if you know any friends or family that need a good, dependable real estate agent, feel free to send them my way. So
Okay.
you're allowed in your response to mention whatever the community is, because now you're adding in some SEO benefit. You're tying that 5-star review to a location. And then the other thing is you can say, hey, send me referrals. Obviously, we don't want Teresa to come back to you in 2 months and say, I got to move again. But we want to say, in this case, since it's very cyclical for you, but also word of mouth is huge. Hey, if you have any friends or family, please send them my way. I'd love to show them the same level of service that I showed you.
Okay.
Got
Like
it?
that. I like that. Yes.
And then each of these, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to reply to each of these and do very similar, not copy and paste. You want it,
Mhm.
because you're very personable, add some flavor in. But even though you've got this 7 months ago, 6 months ago, reply to all of them. Now, the cool thing is this: Tiffany Thornton and Matt Thornton, NL, Abby, they all left you reviews several months ago. When you
Right.
reply to the review, they get an email. So Google actually sends them an email saying, Marcellus Heath just replied to your review. So now this is a way, this is kind of strategic sometimes. It's a way for you to get your brand in front of them again 6 months later. Not that they're going to buy again or sell again unless they're
Mhm.
investors, but now where you're saying, hey, refer anyone else if you know someone looking. So create a tagline at the end. If you know someone that's looking for their next home or looking to sell, send them my way. I'd love to give them the same level of service I showed you. Take that, copy that. You're going to have a recording of this, play it back and use something like that. Now in
Okay.
the email, they're going to see your response and they're going to see your call to action to give you a referral.
Okay.
Okay. Ideally, when people leave you a review, you want to respond quickly within 24 to 48 hours. You get an email. You get an email from my review dashboard, but you also get an email from Google since you own your Google business profile. Just click on it, jump in, and write something right away. Just get into it and do it so that you're responding and you're showing you care about your clients and their feedback.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Which is easy to say because even I have reviews that I have to respond to from like last week. Of course,
Mhm.
I'm like the cobbler whose kids don't have any shoes, but you want to do that or try to do it. So even when you're jumping in and uploading photos and stuff, make
Mhm.
sure you're looking at your reviews and respond to reviews. So maybe give yourself 15 minutes a week to respond to your reviews and to upload photos and such.
Okay.